EHAS Club presents Stories to Create podcast, where the tale of our guest takes you back, way back to where the story first got created. Now, to help create this new story, here is your host, Cornell Bunting.
Yes, Cornell Bunting here with another episode of Stories to Create podcast right here at EHAS Club. I'm excited. I got my wear today. I'm rocking with the boss. The boss, Crazy Closet, people.
Right.
Crazy Closet. We are here with Koko.
Bella.
Let me just put it like that. Koko Bella, baby. Koko Bella. How are you, Koko?
I'm good. How are you?
Yo, Koko just come out clean, people, clean.
All right.
Oh my God, I love it. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good.
Man,
I
listen.
can't complain.
I'm excited about this piece right there. I can't wait to put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Closet, it's going down.
It is.
Need
It's
some
a movement.
Speedos on this right here. We good to go.
See, here you go. You already finna just... you already finna mess it up.
It's all right. Listen, guys, we're going to have some fun. I want to thank all you guys for following the show. Please tell your friends, download the episode. I am so close, guys. I need a couple more 100 downloads to there. So I'm starting to get some type of pay, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, listen, and shout out to all you guys out there in London, man. We coming. The books are coming soon, guys. So we're going to get into this juice conversation.
Okay.
You know, so what we do with our guests, you know, we go back. And so we want Koko to take us back before Koko. Actually, when old were you when you were named Koko? When you were given that name?
Birth.
What?
Yeah. My grandfather was not trying to pronounce my real name, so he was just like, it's out of Koko or Scooter. Pick one. So my mom was like, definitely like Scooter, so we're doing Koko. So it was since birth.
Wow.
It wasn't like off the streets. I was Koko from the womb.
Right out the womb.
Yeah.
So when you say that now you got to tell us what the actual name. What was the name? What's the name?
I'm not doing my government.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not doing the whole government, but at least, what was that name while your granddad was like, nah.
Corlia.
Who?
Corlia.
Corlia.
So, you know, imagine going through school with that type of name. That's a big name.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I mean, you in the classroom and teachers making a roll call.
Yeah.
Corlia.
Corlia. And then this is back in the day. Like now, that's normal for having like these different names. But back then, it was not normal.
No. Mm-mm. So you had to deal with kids looking around to see who Corlia was.
Yeah, who is a Corlia? Because that's not like what?
What did you do? Like, did you just like?
Yeah, I was just like, here, like, that's my name. But it was funny because, like, in the 5th grade, I, like, tried to change it.
Yeah.
So I didn't like Koko either. So I was, like, trying to change my name to, like, Peaches or something like that. I'm like, and then I look back at it, I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, like, you don't
It's like you have
Peaches.
to grow into it.
Yeah, you got to grow in. And Koko is a cool name.
Now it is.
So you grew up here in Southwest Florida?
Yes, born and raised.
Wow. What was that like? Like, what was that culture like?
So the culture back then, like I say it all the time, I'm glad I was born in the era that I was born in because now the kids don't have nothing to do. Back then, it was a lot more for us to do. We had the rec, we had the Stars Complex, we had the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah. They had like the Kiddie Club. So it was a lot to do growing up. It was a lot of hands-on with our mentors that made sure that we would get our schoolwork done, put us in different programs. So it was really, you know, it was a fun time to be alive.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
So outside playing was the thing.
Yes, because it was never inside on the game. It was always out. If you wasn't outside, you weren't cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like you got your friends riding up and down the street on their bike, and and you looking out the window like, why you can't go outside?
Because you ain't the cool kid.
Because I'm not the cool kid. But
wow.
But eventually, as time got like around teenage, like high school, then I was starting to go to the Stars and go to the Boys and Girls Club. And then my grandfather was like, you know what? You like to always go somewhere. I'm finna bring it here. So he like built me a basketball court.
What?
So like eventually like the whole block was coming to my house.
That's amazing.
So it was pretty much, I should have started charging, but
you didn't charge.
I didn't charge.
Oh, well, very nice of you. So what was school like? You know, like
Ooh, child.
Was it stressful?
No, actually it wasn't. But I'm not a school person. I'm like creative. I'm not like...
You're hands-on.
Yeah, I'm hands-on. So school to me was just like, do your work so you can hurry up and get out.
Wow.
So I literally like went to summer school and took up all my classes to get the credit so I can like leave my my senior year. So senior year, I was like done with school the first semester.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it wasn't because like, oh, you're so smart. It was just like, I just tried to do all my work so I don't have to go.
I see. You were too cool for school.
No, I wasn't too cool for school. But it's just like, I knew I wasn't a school person. So instead of me lollygagging, let's get it done.
Yeah. Wow. You had a favorite teacher?
Yeah, my favorite teacher was actually, I had two, first grade and fifth grade. Miss Coleman.
Okay.
Was first grade. I went to private school from like first through third. And then in fifth grade was Miss Stanford, and she was when I first started public school at Franklin Park.
Oh, okay. Okay. Big ups to them teachers right there. They said a few things that still resonate with you too.
Yeah, Miss Stanford was really a big staple because like fifth grade is like that awkward type of time in your childhood, and it's like with hair and trying to be presentable and stuff like that. Like, you know, I am definitely not. Yeah. What you see now is not what was going on back then.
You was a rebel.
No, it wasn't a rebel. It's just like I was raised by my grandparents. So it's like the style, like, wasn't there. It's like whatever they was able to give me, that's what I put on. And they did not believe in like Jordans and all that stuff. They were just like, oh, this is what we get in. Yeah. This is what you put on. They are very like, not that we didn't grow up like poor. We was definitely like good, like middle class.
Yeah.
They was just like, we not into that. Like you go to school for school, not fashion.
Right. So you was wearing the Bella Spence and all them stuff.
No, I was literally trying to take my fashion off of what I seen on Nickelodeon.
What?
So I would like, I don't know if you remember, the show Clarissa Explains It All.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was me going to school, like with the rolled up shorts with the stockings underneath.
Wow.
Listen, I would be called Clarissa coming to school.
You was doing it.
No, back then that wasn't it. But now you see it.
Yeah,
now it's a thing.
Yes.
Now it's a thing. You see people with stockings underneath their shorts. But back then it was like, bro, what did you do?
Yeah, like who is that girl?
Who is this weirdo?
Like, so you had no girls that wanted to dress the way you dressed.
No, that was like, they looked at me like, what do you have on?
Yeah.
But because back then it was like Bongo, Nike, Jordan, and I was getting into that probably like 7th, 8th, 9th grade. But like 4th, 5th, like I was literally coming out of private school. So private school, you don't do all that.
Yeah.
Then you go into public school, it's like a whole nother world.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and then when I got a job, it was like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Money going to mall. Like, not saving money, what's that? Going to the mall.
Yo, I could imagine you in there and you be like, you see it? You see it.
Yes, like definitely. I was like a walking billboard because it's like I had the Tommy, the Polo, Jordans, and it's just like every check went to Edison Mall.
Oh my goodness!
Because it's almost like I got deprived from all that stuff.
They held all that.
Yes, and then now I have my own money, and it's like tattoos, jewelry. Wow. Like I was like, I just went ham.
You just went ham.
Yes.
Wow.
And then now it's like, okay, let's tone it down because, all that stuff is irrelevant.
Okay, so in school time as well, because, we got the Jerry curls going. Was you a fan of the Jerry curls?
Oh, I had a curl.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a curl.
The spray and everything?
Yeah, bag, all that. Going to bed with my curls sound like this going to bed. Wet. Like Beyonce, look wet but dry. No, mine was wet.
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 Like solid.
Yes. Like I got my curl, I think I was probably, I want to say I probably was like 8 because my mom had a curl. Back then, curls were in.
Okay.
So my mom had a curl and then she would wear hers with like the little patch of like blonde in the front. So I was like, ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm like 5'6". So she was like, okay, you want a curl? So she was like, you have to cut all your hair off because I think I was relaxed. Mm-hmm. So I had to cut all my hair off, get the curl. Yeah. But because, black hair likes moisture. So my hair grew well with the curl. Okay. And then when that phase died out, everybody went back to perm. Oh, okay. So then I'm like, okay, I want a perm now. My mom's like, no, you can't get a perm because you have a curl. Yeah. So I'm like, no, I want. So we was like watching stuff and people was talking and telling like, oh, you can do a reverse. So my mom thinking she's a freaking beautician. Yeah. And she tried to reverse it. Yeah. And it did not go well. Like literally, I had like.
What happened?
Like I'm combing my hair and it's like falling out. I'm like, what the freak? Because I'm like, I had all this hair and then like I'm just seeing it like
you're losing it
because she wants to be kitchen beautician. I'm like, okay, this is not cute, and I'm like literally crying.
Oh my goodness!
And then she's like trying to cut it in a style. So back then you had like the bang, like the long side, and then the cut, and I'm like. Yeah, like my life is over. Like I'm literally going into. I think that's when I like was going into 5th grade when I wanted to get the perm because everybody was wearing ponytails and like the wrap and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, I want to do that, and I wished I would have not. Like following the trend and following people I see now gets you in a world of trouble.
It does.
Yes,
it does.
Because my hair fell out because of it.
Oh my goodness! How bald did you go?
No, I didn't go bald, but it's like we had to cut it down enough where it would stop shedding. But it was just like, it's over.
You cried, huh?
I cried like a baby. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mom apologized to you?
No, she still thinks it's not her fault.
So beside the whole hair situation, how was the relationship with Mom?
Mom is bestie. Back then, she was like arch enemy.
Oh my goodness!
But now, growing up, and then me having kids, like she's my bestie. Like literally, we're business partners. Okay. So like, she helps with my podcast, and she helps with like my clothing line. She gives me ideas. Like literally, she's like. She was my manager, but I had to like, hey.
You fired your manager?
Yeah, because because she was overbearing. And I'm like, okay, either you're going to be my mom or you're going to be, like, you have to be able to separate the two. Like, when we're working, then be manager. And if I have feedback, don't try to go into mommy mode.
Oh, I see.
So I had to be like, okay, no, we can't do this. But other than that, like as far as with ideas and help, she's always there. So, yeah.
Well, that's good, and we'll go more into that in a little bit on the show, because I'm impressed with the look of that right there. So college, you didn't care for college.
I didn't care for college, but I ended up going to a trade school. So I took up massage therapy. So I went for 2 years and took up massage therapy.
What?
So I am a licensed massage therapist.
You got the skills of the hands.
Yeah, but I don't use it. When I first came back home, I was doing it, but then it was almost like the clients that I was getting, it was just like, no, because you're only doing this for a reason, and I don't do that. Okay. So I stopped, and then that's when I went into banking.
Oh, you was a banker?
Yeah, for almost 20 years.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do at the bank?
Everything. I was everything but an actual branch manager. So I started off as a part-time teller. I went from a part-time teller to a lead. Then I went from a lead to a operational specialist, which is like a teller manager. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up being a float teller. Then I was a personal banker. And then from personal banker, I went back to part-time because I got married. Okay. And then it was pretty much like I wanted to be more family time, family oriented. So then from part-time, COVID hit. Mm-hmm. And then I just completely left.
You were done with it.
Yeah. I was done before COVID, but COVID was like a blessing.
Yeah. COVID came and you're like, okay, course has happened. That's it.
Yep.
So we go back just light little bit. In the time where the perm was going on,
here we go.
What was going on with the culture outside of home?
So you got to elaborate. What do you mean outside of home?
You know, like the environment, the different individuals that you interact with, like,
So I wasn't
like your friends.
No. So when the perm happened, I was still, I want to say I was like elementary going into middle school.
Okay.
Like I was very much from like all my elementary, I might have had like a couple of people I interacted with, but it never was home. It was like school and that was it. Okay. I was very much a loner.
Wow.
Like I did not have like interacting with people like outside of school started pretty much like 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
And so all the like elementary, it was just like school, home.
So you was introvert turned extrovert?
No, I'm still an introvert. I'm an omnivert. It's like a little of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Omnivert. You guys hear that? Omnivert. I was always told it's either or, but
no,
I like that.
There's a little of both.
Right in the boat, in the middle there. This is good. So now you've kind of decided, you know what, I want to step into the work world, step into possibly parenting. Well, how did that even affect you?
You don't step into parenting. It just happens. It was like, oh, yeah. That was cute, like step into parenting. No, you don't step in. Like, no, sorry, Black culture never stepped in.
It just happened. How old were you when you had your first child?
I was 22, 23.
Okay. Was you ready?
I was ready, but I wasn't ready. Like, financially, I want to say by that time I was a teller manager. Okay. So like I had good insurance, I had a good check coming in. I was still staying with my mom because it was just me and her. Right. So it wasn't really a rush to move out. I was saving some of my money. So it was like for a baby. And then she was like, that mom, like, when you going to have a baby? And I'm like, no, I'm not ready. But then when it happened, it was like, it was her child. Oh, so it was like, I can say I wasn't ready, but then when it happened, it was like, everything fell in place.
It was good.
It was good.
There you go. That's a beautiful thing. And now you're a mom of how many kids?
2.
2. So 2 girls or a girl and a boy?
Girl and boy.
Look at you with your lucky self.
I know. I wanted another girl. So when we planned the second one. So me and my ex-husband planned the second one. Okay. And we wanted a girl. But, it's always God's will, God's timing that we had a boy. So when we had the boy, it was almost like, I'm glad that he's a boy because I couldn't deal with another girl.
You got a balance now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How much of that temper tantrum you have to deal with your daughter?
Oh, it's no more temper tantrums. It's more like, ooh, it's
Big
temper
demands.
tantrum. Yeah, temper tantrums is like adolescent, like children. This is more like just going rogue.
She went rogue on you.
Yes. Because it's like night and day. It's just like she just went off road real quick.
Wow. Like, it's my turn, Mom. Like, this is what I need.
Yes. It's almost like demanding, very just like, but she's not demanding as far as verbal. It's more in just action.
Okay. That's good.
It's sometimes.
You see a lot of you in her?
No, but everybody says that they do. I don't. Because I'm like, yeah, I never did the thing she's doing now. So, yeah, I don't know.
It ain't that bad. She's not doing that bad.
She's not that bad, but I just know because of my upbringing and stuff like that. But we're in a different time.
Right,
so I can't really, how parents are just like, oh, I didn't raise you like that. Every generation has a time. Yeah. So I just feel like you can raise a child as good as you think you have raised them, but it's just the influence when they go out in the world and they go to school and stuff like that. So I don't blame anybody. Like, as a parent, don't blame yourself. It's always going to be the influence.
You hear that, guys? Do not blame yourself.
Yeah. Don't blame. If you're doing good as a parent and you're there and you're hands-on and things still just kind of go awry, just, trust in God and just pray over it, because influence, like, is a big deal, especially in this day and age. It's all about influence. Like, that's why social media is so big.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like that. So you've kind of, so that we want to shape this a little bit for the listeners, because you are, one would consider, an entrepreneur in your own right. Somewhat, but you have approached it with a lot of caution.
Yes.
Okay, so, before we dive into the creative side of you and stuff like that, was there ever a time, like, when you were working, even as a banker, that you're like, man, I need to be doing my own thing?
Oh, all the time. I want to say probably because I went from Bank of America to Fifth Third. Okay. So Bank of America is like, no, I never seen anything. That was what I was born for, like banking. Mm-hmm. But then when I transfer over to Fifth Third, it was like, okay, I think I could see my life going somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But it was so funny because while I was at Bank of America, I never figured I was in the lobby. I was lobby leading. Mm-hmm. And this lady came in and she was having an issue with her account, and we were just talking, and then she was just like, I don't know you. She was like, I don't know anything about you, but she was like, just something's coming over me that I see your name in lights. And I'm like, what? Like, and we're just looking at like, this lady's crazy. Yeah. She was like, no, I see you doing big things, and I just see your name in lights. Yeah. She was like, just whatever you do or whatever's in your future, she was like, just go for it, because I just see something over you. And I'm like, but back then we just like, yeah, okay, this lady's just crazy. Like, all right, let's get your stuff done. Have a good day. Yeah. But now, like, seeing what I'm trying to work towards, I mean, I can almost be like, okay, maybe this lady knew what she was talking about. Yeah,
it's manifested.
Maybe it's manifesting.
It's a beautiful thing. So, as we're hovering on that, and the listeners are wondering, what are these guys talking about? So, beside your... Well, actually, let's start with the line. Why you wanted to do a line?
So I really didn't want to do a line. Crazy Closets was actually supposed to be for closets, because I was wanting to build closets. I wanted to do like HGTV.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I didn't want to do clothing. Okay. I wanted to build. So I had like maybe 1 or 2 clients. Uh-huh. And that's when like COVID hit. So then they shut down. People wasn't letting people in people's houses, da-da-da. So my mom was like, well, you like to dress up. You like to do this. Why you don't try to do it in a clothing line? Yeah. So I tried, and we did Crazy Closets, and we did, little writings of how crazy closet can be. The first one tanked. Right. Nobody wanted it. They were just like, okay, girl, that's cute. But no, we're not trying to get that. So then, like, my mom was like, okay, let's do something. She was like, crazy closets. But then I was like, okay, let's think. Every clothing line has a emblem.
Right.
Or logo. Yeah. So let's try to build a logo or emblem for this line and see what where it takes us. Right. So she was like sketching. Like I think she still has like the book. She was sketching. And then she would send me sketches and stuff like that. And then she sent me like with 2Ks backwards. Uh-huh. So I was like, okay, like let's see if we can build on that. So I was like on the computer and I was just doing different fonts and doing stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, I think we got something. So I brought her the final thing and she was like, I think we got it. So then we started putting it on sweatsuits. Okay. And then like, I want to say that's when it took off. People were like, I want one. So then like the rest was history. Okay.
That's beautiful. Now, what was this thing about you guys making masks and COVID and all that stuff? How did that explode on you guys?
Because COVID pretty much was, nobody knew what it was. They just knew it was airborne and it was all about supply demand. Right. It was the hospitals were not giving their workers enough masks for them to be able to work in that type of environment. Right. People did not want to go outside because they felt like they didn't have masks. Masks was not in supply. Right. So me and my mom again, she's like my little brain, but she was looking up like, okay, how to make masks. Mind you, like probably maybe 2 or 3 months before that, I went to like a sewing class and was like trying to learn how to sew. Right. And she was like, well, this is like one of the basic masks. This looks easy. Like, let's try to see if we can make that. So I was practicing and I was making it. So I made one and I put it on Lyric to see if it fit. And then I just posted it. Oh, okay. And then like people were like, oh, you know how to make masks? I want masks. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I really don't know how to make it, but I'll try. Yeah. And then from me trying kind of turned into like a thing. Yeah. And literally I had like boatloads. I think I made one of the girls from McCool Pediatrics reached out to me and was like, my whole staff needs one. So like I made them masks for McCool Pediatrics and then they like posted and everything else or whatever. But yeah, that's how it pretty much blew up just by supply demand. Yeah. Wow. That's how many masks you say you guys have probably produced? Oh my God. I want to say from start to finish, I could probably say it was maybe close to 1,000. It's amazing. Because we were literally up from sun up to sundown and we had people like, I think my largest order was probably like almost 100. Wow. Because they wanted like 3 and 4 at a time where they could reuse because they weren't selling them anymore. Right. So, yeah. That's amazing. So, obviously, you and your mom got a good business chemistry. Well, she has a good business. Like, she's retired, so when I say that, okay, I want to do something, all she has is time to look up things and be like, she sends me stuff all day long. Sometimes I want to just be like, can you stop? I'm at work. Like, don't send me stuff because when I see it, I'm thinking it's something important. Right. But that's all she does. She's like, she thinks about, okay, you can do this, you can do that, da da da. But yeah, so that's amazing. It's very good when you can have a parent that's like a big fan. Yeah, she's definitely like a fan. She's like, oh, I just feel like you can do anything. I'm like, no. She haven't said, are you going to hire me back as your manager? No, because she's comfortable where she's at. She likes being production. Okay. So she's production and she does like, she's, gives me ideas and stuff like that. So she doesn't. Okay. Yeah. She's good now. She's good. That's good. So right now with this, okay, I got to tell you guys, I got my own shorts right now. I feel so, I wish I had brought a white shirt with me because I had to literally change on the show. But, so this shorts, whose idea was it?
Like when you guys did the whole markup on it and stuff.
No, that was my idea because I told her, I'm like, my thing was I wanted something where it had the name and the logo. So I wanted like side by side look. So I'm like, I just need somebody to get my idea and put it in like reality.
In the print.
So I reached out to a couple of people like manufacturers and then I got them to do like a mock-up and then it came out good. So I was like, okay, yeah.
Let's run with it.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. I like it. I like it. We'll be playing some balling. Balling out.
Yeah.
You still play ball or not?
No.
Why not?
No.
What?
Those days are over.
What?
I mean, I do go out like and just like do, you know, just little hoop it up or like shoot, but like actually play, no.
So you know, I had some people knew that you were coming on the show. They're like, "Bruh, you gotta answer this for me, bruh." So
I feel like it's you that just want to ask it because I definitely don't think.
I was talking you up. I'm like, I'm gonna have Koko on the show. So, you know, they're like, "Bruh, you gotta ask her this, bruh." So, why does female tell a guy one thing when they really mean a totally other thing?
So I think I had this conversation with somebody else. It depends on what the scenario is, but usually they're trying to either test temperature. So they put something out there to see what the feedback is going to be. Or they're playing cat and mouse game. So like, say if, you know, you with this guy and like y'all not really in a relationship, it's kind of like situationship.
Right.
And then you know you want it to be a relationship, but you'll put out there like, oh, I don't think we need to talk to each other no more, whatever, just to see what his feedback is going to be. Because if he's like, oh, no, like, you know, why, you know, to y'all going back and forth texting, now the female thinking like, oh, yeah, he want to, like, nah, like, I could go in for the kill, or now I see, like, where he at.
Right.
But if you got somebody that's nonchalant and just like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Now it's almost like they feel crushed because that's not what they really wanted.
Wow. But isn't that misleading though? Because you know,
it's
guys
misleading,
are stupid.
But I just feel that people do not want to put themselves out on Front Street if they don't know what the other person or how the other person feels.
Right.
So it's like I'm not gonna put myself out there, and then in reality, you're not really feeling like that.
So, okay, here's where it gets crazy. So if a guy say, I really like you, but you know you like him, but you don't tell him you like him back, like, isn't that misleading though?
I mean, it just depends because you might have that person that wants to feel like it's the cat and mouse. It's like if the guy's telling you like, I really like you, I'm really feeling you, you know, can this be something? And then the girl's like, oh, well, we need to see or whatever. It's pretty much like, okay, let me see how much he's going to chase me. And if I can get him past this level, then I know he really want to be with me.
You know, a lot of guys tell me they have no patience on that.
And this is a no patience generation. Everything is microwave generation. Like back then, like I'm just saying, like back in, like when you look at the older movies, like, you know, back in the day movies, you see the men that would always chase that woman until they finally get them, and then they like have this beautiful, you know, relationship and kids and family. It's like the man know what he wanted and he did not give up. Now it's like you got everything at your fingertips. It's just like, okay, if you say no, I'll just go to the next one. Like, it's no more chase. Like, why am I going to chase you? Like, no. Like, it's somebody else that is feeling me, or they'll do what I need them to do, and, you know, whatever.
You just go next.
Next. It's like next. Swipe right.
Swipe right. No swipe left.
No.
Oh, my goodness. So you crew right now, your friends, is any of them from school days?
Like so my crew, like my girlfriends, they're all from school days. I have 3, and we pretty much was like 9th grade year.
What?
So we've been like, my goddaughter is my girl's baby.
Okay.
So like that's how far, like over 20 years.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like we're not friends anymore. We're family.
That's beautiful. So you girls hang out a lot on the weekends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we don't hang out a lot because everybody has like, one of my girls, she got married, so she's marriage life, and then the other one, she has kids and she works, so everybody has their own life.
Right.
We kind of just meet up in the middle. Like we just went, maybe a month ago, we went and had a girls' night. We had drinks and stuff like that. So we keep in contact. We have a group text and all that.
Okay.
But it's like, and that's the thing. I like people that know that we're friends, but we have lives.
Yeah.
Don't call me every day. Like, that does not mean we're friends because you call me every day or you text me every day. I have things to do.
Right.
So I just, like, and people know, they'll tell you, I do not answer my phone during the week because I am very, like, when it comes to work and home, I try to be disciplined because I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do, I'm trying to wind down from work.
Right.
And then from that, shower, bed. That's it. Like, I don't want to conversate.
That's good. Wow. So
some people be like, oh, you just don't want to talk to, no, I don't want to talk to nobody. It ain't just you.
Yeah. It's just nobody.
Nobody.
Oh my goodness.
I have enough stimulation at work. Do you like the job that I have? I talk to people all day long. So when I get home, I want to just shut it down.
Wow. What's the cookout about? What, you guys got this whole cookout thing, and they say it's like the South or whatever that is. What's your take on it?
So you ain't never been to a cookout?
I don't know if I've ever really been to a Southern cookout. Okay. I've been to like my own Jamaican cookout where they put some jerk chicken on the grill and all that stuff.
I think it's the same because my aunt is married to a Jamaican and it's the same vibe.
Oh, he got the grill and all that.
Yeah. Like when we were younger, he would like literally have like, we would eat goat and all that.
Oh.
Like, so yeah.
But all the other stuff that you got, because you guys do the greens, you got the bread, the.
I just think that it just depends on the people that whatever food you're gonna eat, because every cookout don't have the same type of food,
right? And
it don't have the same type of vibe. Sometimes, like now, when people invite you, be like, "Who all gonna be there?"
Oh,
because I ain't trying to know. Like, if so and so gonna be there, I'm gonna miss this cookout because I don't want to. It ain't happening.
Well, it's because probably their food is bad,
or their vibe is bad.
Oh, okay.
So it ain't how we used to go to the cookout. Like, we just wanted to be out the house. Like, oh, we having a cookout, so we gonna be there. No.
Yeah. You ready?
My mental is more important. Who gonna be there?
There's always someone with the drama.
Yes, because I don't want to be around that. I'd rather be in my bed eating cookies, rubbing my feet together than to be at a cookout that I have to fight for my life.
Oh my goodness.
Mentally.
Cookies and rubbing your feet.
Yes.
That is amazing right there. So the relationship with the kids is somewhat good. Yes.
Yeah.
Beside your daughter being rogue. Your son is...
Yeah, my son, he's like a sweetheart, but he has his moments too. But he's 10.
Okay.
So he's not at the age now where my daughter, she's 16, so she's trying to figure out, she's in that fight or flight type situation where she's just trying to figure out herself, figure out life, because she only has 2 more years in school and then she's an adult.
Yeah.
But my son, he's 10, so it's just like he's just starting life. So I was like, okay, let me give him 6 more years and see what that really is. Because you're sweet now, but 6 more years when you want girls and girls are talking to you, you'll probably turn to.
Do they still vibe with that a lot?
Yep, they do. They vibe with that. Like, the co-parenting is really good. Like, they're all, like, my son, he's always with his dad. My daughter, she has the open communication with dad. So dads are definitely good. Back then, I didn't see it, but now they are good dads.
Okay.
Because back then it was just like, oh my God, like it was always. But then when you let all that emotional drama go and just let them be dads, it's really good.
Woo! Some ladies out there need to hear that right there, because they hold on in the early stage, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what causes conflict, and it's more of a problem for the child because now they're involved in something they shouldn't be involved in.
Right.
So when you let that emotional stuff go and just, okay, you want to come get your chop, that's fine. Get them. Like, no problem.
Wow. That's beautiful. And it's not that hard, is it?
It's not hard. But in the beginning, it just depends on if you're not ready to let that person go.
Right.
Or if you're ready to let it go. If you're ready to let it go, it's easy. If you're not, you're going to try to use the child as a crutch. Because you're going to want to use the child to like will the man. Like, no. And men do it too. They use the child to will the woman back. Like, no, this baby is not a pawn.
Yeah.
Like, let them be children.
Yeah. I like that. So your show that you do, what is your show called?
Bella Talks.
Bella Talks. What is Bella Talks about?
So Bella Talks is about where first season was pretty much just people in their craft, entrepreneurs. Second season is more open discussion. So I had a kickoff with a couple of guys, Marquis Anderson, Jeremy Ware, and Kendall Watson. I think they're going to probably be like permanent panel for second season. But it was just open discussion about like just things that happen in life and just point of views. These
are the football player dudes, right?
Jeremy Ware is, and yes, Marquis Anderson. Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know them. Know them boys. That's beautiful. So you're liking the show right now. It's starting to get some play.
Yeah.
I like
it. Was getting play before. Like literally, it was an idea, and I was just like, like, let's try to put something out for like our younger audience.
Yeah.
And I reached out to a couple of people, and then when I started posting it, people were like coming to me like, I want to be on the show. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah. Like, I wasn't expecting it, but okay.
Right.
And then it kind of just blew up from there. Like, I reached out to OMG Wicks, and he was like, oh, yeah. And now me and him are like really good friends. Like, we see each other out, and we just like, we support one another. But yeah, just kind of did his thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now you do a few outdoor events, or you collaborate in a few outdoor events?
So, where Bella Talks, or just in general?
In general.
So I don't like collaboration. Like, this is my first collaboration on Bella Talks with the guys.
Okay.
But collaboration, I would love to, but it's something in the future I have to just kind of feel out, like, who I want to collaborate with.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, right now, if people want to find Koko, how do they find Koko?
So they can find me on Instagram, crazyclosets_2.0. They can find me on Facebook, Koko Bella. I'm on Snapchat, KBella23. Not Snapchat, I'm sorry. I don't do Snapchat.
Yeah.
On TikTok, KBella239. And then you can also go on my website, www.crazyclosetsandmore.com.
Wow, if they go on there, will they be able to find a photo of you in the Jerry curls?
Absolutely not.
No. She roll out the perm, people.
No.
Got the perm done. I felt bad that, you lost some hair after the perm.
You do not feel bad. That was a traumatizing moment.
Listen, I had a lot of fun with you.
I did too. This is cool.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming, bringing us back into the Bella world. Mm-hmm. But Koko out the wound, people.
Yeah. It wasn't streets.
That's serious, right?
Definitely there. Like.
For some reason, I was thinking it was streets, but
no.
I'm glad you cleared that up today. So there you guys have it. We had another wonderful guest that created a story right here at EHAS Club. Until we do this again on our next episode, when we have another interested individuals. And listen, go out and get, actually, where can they go and get this? Where can they go and get this?
So I have on my Instagram, on my reels, there are links that you can go on. Click the link pretty much. And also, like I said, www.crazyclosetsandmore.com. And I also have an Amazon storefront.
Okay.
So all the other stuff that you see that I wear, that I get from Amazon, and any little home gadgets or beauty things, it's all on my Amazon store.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I got my shorts first, guys. Go get your shorts. You never know. I might be out there in the tux. I'm just saying. It's a beautiful thing. We'll talk again. Boom. That was love.
Well, there you have it. The host came, the guest came, and the story was created. Thank you to our sponsors, EHAS Inc., Karis Capital, and the Cornell Bunting LLC brand. Go check out the books, courses, and materials at www.cornellbunting.com. Thank you again for listening to the show. Check back again to hear another tale from another unique guest right here at EHAS Club.